Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 The Great War with me, Alpha Omega, and the sublime Ottoman Empire. So I'm gonna start this episode by explaining a little bit about my strategy, or trying to explain why I chose this strategy, because today episode 6 went out, and while I am a little bit ahead of you guys, finally again, I would like to address the comments for those of you that are thinking about it still. So you guys, most of the comments that actually are on episode 6 are talking about me focusing on the military reforms. Now, I plan to do that. However, when you look at the effects, we currently have this amount of penalties. So all of our armies and all of our units have a penalty to attack and defense of 20%. We have a 40% decrease in army experience gain, and so on and so on. While the focuses here remove a fraction of that. So, for example, the Erkani Harbiya reforms remove 1% of the penalty. So we would still have minus 19% to attack. If we go through this one, we don't get anything. And if we go through this one, we remove additional 1 point, so we get to 18% penalty. There isn't enough of these focuses here to actually remove it. The next ones, this one is actually good because it gives us military factories. You get some bonuses to research, but you get nothing here that would really work in that way. Army modernization is for doctrines, and if we go with integrated foreign command, here we remove another additional 1%, here we remove another additional %, here we remove another additional %. So for all of these focuses, from here to here, we would remove 5% of the penalty, which is absolutely bonkers and insane. So this is the reason why I'm focusing mostly on the utility, where I want and speak about the land doctrine reductions more than the actual bonuses. Well, I'm not gonna, dismiss that 1%. The entrenchment itself is giving us, say, 40 to 50% bonus. So this is negligible compared to everything else. Well, here, in the political tree, not only we get things like, where was it? Stability, and there was other things, political power here and base stability. We get, the coup, but that's fine. But here we get additional 150 political power, and here we get vehicle manpower of 1,000 and war support of 10%, and then it leads to the modernization, which gives us further bonuses to stability. But you will notice that I'm putting this one secondary after these first three, while I'm focusing more on this part. And the reason for that is that this gives me 300 units of total artillery, and here we remove part of the depth and half the cost of equipment purchase. And having more units in this case is much better than having units that perform 1 or 2% better. So this is what I'm basing my strategy on. Again, I'm not really bad-mouthing the army. I think that the army bonuses are good, but I'm using them, or I'm planning to use them as this, as a goal, or as means to the goal, for example, the trench warfare, because that is going to give us way more than any 1% reduction in the army of a bygone era. So I'm hoping that this is a little bit clear, because I'm trying to choose what gives us the most benefit in the short time frame we have. Of course, we're gonna get these as well, but for now, let's focus on the ones that give us immediate best result, which in my opinion is now the German trade deal. Then we're gonna focus, we can go with the Harbiya reforms, and then we're gonna continue with these ones. I'm gonna ignore this Teshkilati for now. Let's just ignore it and focus more on these, because we need to finish the Italian investment and move on to the French and British one, so that we can then get the German bailout and benefit from it. Still, our production is starting to look pretty good. We're producing about 11 infantry equipment per day, and we will soon get the 300 artillery, and we're also gonna import very soon the British field artillery, which is going to help us as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, enough talking, let's get to action. The industrial concern might be good, but I'm still not entirely sold on it, because I don't think it's going to give us the benefit that we need. I was actually thinking if we want to ratify the Treaty of Daran. The United States occupy Nicaragua. Trump flashbacks. Anyway, I don't think you guys are actually good. Oh, no, that's... Okay. I mean, these are... Aren't they? These are occupied territories. Yes, they are. So you know what? Let's ratify it for the benefit of the stability. I don't think that's gonna change anything for us at this point. United States occupy Nicaragua. Apart from giving us, political power gain lowered consumer goods and increased factory production, which is really important. To restore the order in the country and protect American corporations, the government of the United States had prepared an intervention in Nicaragua. The naval descent simultaneously occupied all coastal ports. The army and the gendarmerie of Nicaragua didn't resist. An occupation government has been established in the state. Peculiar. Okay, let's speed it up. We're gonna need to get the theorist, unfortunately, very soon. Mission speed would be good, but I don't think it's worth the 50 extra. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll get it before we can get the doctrines. Actually, my expense is looking pretty good. Not scrapping anything here. All right. So the German howitzers will be purchased next, which will give us a decent reserve, and we can jump on the British field artillery. The 200 pieces are gonna go a long way for us, and with the 300 that we're gonna get from the German arms deal, we can actually turn a huge amount of our troops into regular infantry divisions. I was even thinking of going as far as to give them support artillery and an infantry piece here, like this. And for that we would need 504 additional total artillery needed. So it is not something that we can do right now, but we could do it eventually, I think. If we purchase more British field artillery, we definitely can. I'm missing infantry equipment though. But again, the bailout is gonna do that for us. And we can pay our debt. Because we do have the means now, which is great. Right, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with you though. Alright. So we continued the German cooperation, which increased our diplomatic relations. And Baghdad Railway. Alright, now let's get the arms deal. So 1,000 units of German infantry equipment and 300 units of artillery, and all further purchases are going to be halved, which is truly amazing. Alright, it takes very little time, which is amazing. So we're going to purchase another artillery, and then we're going to start focusing on the infantry equipment and repaying the debt. Because this is going to be good. I think what I'm going to start with is actually boosting you guys, because you could definitely get the support artillery and the recon. Though we're missing... No, we could do it. We could do it pretty much immediately if we wanted to, once we get the artillery pieces. Soft attack would go up significantly break through. Yeah, we need it, because these are gonna be our main attack units. We don't really have enough of them, but that doesn't really mean that we can discard them and keep them as they are. Somehow stability increased, and I don't know why. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just a little bit weird that it happened. So you take... This one takes 30 days. So we're gonna take another British field artillery deal and go with the large debt repayment. Greek ultimatum. We received an ultimatum from Kingdom of Greece, together with Greece and Serbia, to recognize the autonomy of non-Turkish territories in the Balkans. They also ordered the demilitarization of a large part of the region, the construction of a local school, and many ethnic privileges. Responding positively to such a request would have significant financial hit, while further threatening regional stability, but by refusing we probably expose ourselves to a war against the Balkan alliance. Oh snap. Alright. So we need to... wait, what? We need you guys over here. And I think... We'll probably need you guys over there as well. Actually, you know what? Let's do it that way. Send you guys over here. And I believe in you guys being able to handle this. That should have been my first step. Alright, you take the rail. You guys take the rail. Alright, did we get... We did get the... British... Artillery, didn't we? We did... Okay, here's the British Field Artillery. So that's a 9. Alright, we're still gonna do that. Unless we fix everything for ourselves. Alright, do we have... We really don't have enough. But, right, units are in position. Hey! We got another unit. So let's send it to the front. And take it step by step. You don't have any, you don't have any, that's good. You don't have any. You don't have any, that's also good. You do have some and you have some. So you guys need to be changed into regular infantry, and we're missing infantry equipment, which we will get here, but first the artillery. Alright, I think we can actually go and see if they attack us. Not... Well, I mean, it's a little bit early. But what the hell do I know? The game might throw it at me a little bit early if they wish to. Oh yes, they did. They did. The Balkan War. Cannon's Thunder in the Balkans, an alliance fought by Bulgaria associated with Serbia and Greece, is currently confronting the Ottoman Empire in the west, a region comprising of many belligerent minorities. The attackers have a clear objective: throw the Turks out of Europe. So, this is the challenge that we have been dreading this whole time. One day the Great European War will come out of some damned foolish thing in the Balkans. Otto von Bismarck. Alright, so they're already attacking us. Another we're doing great here. This army is not one of the strongest, unfortunately. So what I'll need to do here is I'll need to send you guys here and see what we can do with that. Balkan League crosses the border as Montenegro declaration of war and the other ones other ones followed. It has been received by our you really need to proofread this. Montenegro declared war and other ones followed. We have received that by our government. We finally come to know the existence of the Balkan League and their plan to divide our empire. Yet the recent learning about this information has caught us off guard, causing the army to plunge into chaos. While reading disgruntlement among numerous officers. Sorry, I'm trying to read it the best way I can. Alright, so this segment of the area is actually peaceful for some reason. So I say we take advantage of that. You guys can attack here and there. Alright, this one's not gonna work. At least I think so. But this one could. Yeah, this one's gonna win. So I'm gonna push in here. And that one is done working. Snap. Alright. No, what? Why are you retreating? So we need to push these guys out. What's going on here? Alright, you're being attacked from numerous sides. I'm kind of confused why you guys aren't attacking here. This one... Maybe this one will win. I think this one could work, couldn't it? So there's two divisions here, not one. We're actually doing a little bit better. You're gonna find it hard to think that you will lose this one, but alright. And this area is completely stable, so it's really this one that we have to think about. Alright. Here... I don't know if this one will be a loss, but this one will. Okay, I need to send in reinforcements. And this is an isolated island, so we might eliminate that one. Hopefully this will work. It would be great if we could take Montenegro and just make sure that it works, so that we can free up the units over there. We're gonna get more artillery and finish these ones. Get back in there. And the mountainous region here is hell. Okay, I'd rather like you more to support here. Yeah, I don't think we can do that at this point. Because the attack here would be good because we would eliminate the enemy at Kerkira, but... Alright, you stay here. We're just gonna keep reinforcing this area, making sure that it holds. Our primary goal right now is to hold the borders. If we can hold them, we will do better than I expected. We can keep fighting elsewhere, so we'll see. Do you guys have more? Yeah, there could be another unit in here. We're helping with this fight. So let me send you to help. Alright, you guys attack me, that's fine. This is gonna be one hell of a fight though. Because we need that one to go our way, and most likely won't. But if I can find any units that would be... Like you, I could switch you to a different template eventually. So here we might actually get some success. That would be great. This one is really worrying me. 16 days. We need to send reinforcements. These are mountains, these are mountains, these are forests. These are hills. So let's send you. I'll separate you into a new unit. Alright, we're gonna be an emergency reserve unit. We have one of them. Alright, Greeks, show me what you got. Alright, let's unpause. I mean, I see more green than red, which in itself is a success. Okay, we have more artillery pieces. I just need to find a way how to actually put it in the right area. Okay, Montenegro needs to fall first. That's a priority for us. If that can happen, we can free up our main assault units, and that is really good for us. Then we can eliminate the units in Kerkira and start some kind of offensive somewhere. But yeah, the fact that the Balkan War started this early is really not doing us any good. And we are actually failing here to my biggest. Well, not exactly, but we're not winning either. So once this unit reinforces, I'm gonna be fine. I'm supposed to go by rail, come on. And this northern part is worrisome. But here it really looks like we're gonna make some progress. That would be good if we could start pushing into Bulgaria and taking that territory. No, are we at war? No, we're not at war with Romania, alright. Government collapse. Alright. After the start of the Balkan War, the whole Ottoman Empire and especially Constantinople were put into martial law. As Grand Vizier Mukhtar Pasha wasn't capable of dealing with the current crisis and got caught in a surprise, he gave his resignation to the Sultan. He will get replaced by the known liberal politician and Hürriyet ve İttilaf party leader Mehmet Kemal Pasha. He has already stated his program, and main point in it is the destruction of the Ittihadists. Although GUP lost its main strongholds, their members aren't passive, and it is expected that they will not stand calm seeing their rivals destroy their movement. Alright, Mehmet Kemal Pasha. Alright, research is going. So they gave up on this. These cavalry units. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna assign you to the unit here and send you here so that we can free up this unit and support this attack, because we will need to circle our units, but I believe we might be able to take this mountainous region and push them away from there. Okay, we are really not doing us any favors here with this, so let's not even do that. But yeah, here we're actually really truly winning. It's good. It's fine to see a success for once. You still haven't reinforced, but it's fine. We really need... we really need more infantry equipment. And we'll need the investments. Alright. So the artillery pieces are gonna be great. Yeah, because we're gonna start falling off the cliff here, despite actually lowering their strength significantly. It's not enough. Okay, you go and reinforce there. Just for good measure. These are hills. And I think I might actually... Yeah, we need the infantry equipment here, which we do not have. So we'll purchase infantry equipment and start changing some of these units into better templates. We're facing one-on-one, so this is actually really good. And we're starting to, that's also really important, rake in experience. Alright, I think we can hold this. And in Bulgaria we can even maybe push a little, which would be great. That would be great. We need to start moving, if we can take Kosovo and... Is this Kosovo? Montenegro. If we can take Montenegro, and we can take Bulgaria, or start taking little pieces of Bulgaria, that's gonna free us up. And as we push further and further, we will be able to, concentrate our forces and do it better. Plus we're training and we're gonna import. So, yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. We don't really have anyone here that we could, send in as a effective reinforcements. We could, you guys, once we upgrade you as reinforcements, that would probably be a good idea. But again, it really comes down to the infantry equipment. 1,000 here, and from now on we're actually gonna just start importing the equipment, because that is what we're missing the most, and that's where they will get us. Alright, cool. I think that's good for now. I'll see you in the next episode.